We've all heard the saying, if it's free, it's free. But my latest experience proves that isn't always the case. Company reached out to me, wanted to send me a free CNC machine in exchange for a YouTube video review. Sounds like a great deal, right? Take this free machine and just talk about it, but it's never that easy. I'll put in roughly 20 hours of work, editing, filming, and testing, but at the end, I'll have a brand new tool I can incorporate into my shop and into my workflow, and that was a trade I was willing to make. Except after 2 hours of testing, the machine stopped working. After hours of frustrating troubleshooting using YouTube, Google, ChatGPT, I finally realized that the control board was bad. I filmed the YouTube video, set it to private, sent the email out to the engineers of the company so they could see what the problem was. And to their credit, they did accept the fact that the control board was bad and they sent me another one. And 7 to 10 business days later, problem solved, right? Well, not quite. I need to take these fat arthritic fingers, disconnect every wire in there, take the old board off, put the new board on, and put all those wires back in there. Eventually, I got it running and I started making projects. I started learning this machine and all the quirks that this desktop CNC comes with. I filmed B-roll. I recorded test cuts. I spent hours editing. I felt like this review video was finally starting to come together. I really wanted to test this machine out. They claim it can handle aluminum, and I didn't have any on hand, but I did have some of this Purple Heart. This is a dense, hard wood, and I figured this would test this machine probably real close to how it would handle aluminum. So I took my piece of Purple Heart, I clamped it down to the spoil board with the 2 included clamps, and I started to carve. Everything started great, everything looked great, but about halfway through, the router died. The G-code kept sending the machine around the path, so it actually ripped the Purple Heart out from underneath the clamps. So it did show some real strength there, but the project was ruined. Another couple hours wasted, material selection, setting up the carve, and actual carve time. And honestly, this is where I was done. Even if all these other failures didn't occur, this machine just doesn't fit the way I work. Every project felt like I was fighting this machine instead of creating with it. The aluminum bed gave me no easy way to align my project or clamp it, so every setup felt like I was starting all over again. The limited Z height made changing bits very frustrating. There was just enough room to get the bits in and out of there. At the beginning of every project, I was tripping the Z height and nothing would happen. So after I spent some time troubleshooting that, I had to change the safety height in the program from 1 inch down to 1/4 of an inch. But now that opened me up to the possibility of my router running into those clamps. And the final straw was not feeling confident that this machine was going to home to the exact same spot each and every time. That is absolutely critical for any 2-stage carve that involves a bit change. None of these issues were deal breakers on their own, but altogether they took what was a free CNC and turned it into something very frustrating and very time consuming. Between troubleshooting, rewiring electronics, filming, editing, failed projects, basically giving this machine every chance to succeed, I had invested between 15 and 20 hours already. And for what? A machine that doesn't even work? Sure, I could buy a new router, install that, and hope that that is the last issue, but there goes that confidence again. I'm not going to be excited to use a machine and start creating if I don't feel confident that it's going to do what I need it to do when I need it to do it. Now, to be fair, I don't think this is a bad machine. If your goal is to cut smaller projects and maybe work with softer type materials, I think this machine could be a really good fit for somebody like that, especially if you can get it at a good price point. I'm not here trying to bash this company. Every manufacturer can have a defective machine, but eventually you have to get to a point where you decide to cut your losses, and that is where I am right now with this machine. I don't feel confident using it. I don't feel like it's going to produce the results that I want. So I am not going to, at this time, recommend this machine to any of you out there watching. If you get it at a very good price point, you might want to take a gamble. Maybe you don't mind a little bit of the troubleshooting side. Maybe you don't mind putting a little bit of extra time, a little bit of that sweat equity if you can get this machine at a deal or at a discounted price. It might be good for somebody who has those type of aspirations in mind, but that was not for me. I like my machines to just work. I like to know that they are going to perform exactly how I want them and need them to. I don't want to spend any of my time troubleshooting or figuring stuff out or doing modifications, doing add-ons. I want to spend my time actually creating the thing that is making me inspired to be out here in the workshop in the first place. So the next time somebody says they've got something free for you, take a step back and think about how you're actually going to be paying for that free thing.